Welcome to our episode of Barman Saturdays, and this week I decided to take a look at Henchmen, a computer animated film made by a Canadian studio. And I have to admit, I have mixed feelings about this one. On one hand, it's got some voice acting talent going for it that do some good work. And the animation style is kind of hit or miss. I mean, there's certain shots I like, and then there's a lot of other shots I'm just like, I don't really like this styling. I know they're probably trying to go for capturing maybe the look of like a graphic novel or something like, in 3D. Or, let's take it off the two-dimensional page and give it like 3 dimensions. So, it's kind of, iffy in my opinion when you look at it. It kind of looks, like one of the more low-budget stuff I've talked about in the past. Or I guess when you look at the cover, it kind of just makes me think of like The Sims for some reason. But the real problem here is the story. It's all over the place in terms of quality, in my opinion. Mostly just bad, because it's very inconsistent. Like, we get introduced to Lester, a bumbling orphan who, wants to be a supervillain because, everyone picked on him as a kid, so he felt, isolated and alone. He figured, villains are alone, especially supervillains. They're so isolated from everyone else, surrounded by just, nameless, faceless henchmen, that die in horrible ways, usually. So they don't really have friends. So, he's like, I want to be a supervillain known as the Orphan! Which I guess I'll give Parent Blackout credit for actually turning that into, like, a credible supervillain name. He's like, yes, I see what you mean by calling yourself that. And goes on to list reasons.
The Orphan? Oh, sure! Yes! Nobody to hold you back! No family to worry about, no friends. That's very good.
But at the same time, there's other stuff that just doesn't make any sense. Like, why is the Union of Evil not just kill Hank when he ruins one of Baron Blackout's plans at the start of the movie by stopping him from, using his ray on a school bus full of children? Why? Is there apparently a 3-strike system? Like seriously. Why does none of the other supervillains try and stop Baron Blackout after he attacks, the city of evil supervillains? Because, they have that, and their one rule is no crime, and I assume attacking, the supervillain city would be a criminal act, and they have to go after him. Like, does the Union of Evil that easily scared off? Just because he has a beam that can turn people into mindless zombies or something made of, like, sludge? And I have to admit, it was kind of enjoyable watching Captain Superior, the leader of the superheroes, getting turned into a mindless zombie. But does that ever get fixed at the end of the movie? Because it doesn't seem like they really indicate that that does get fixed. So is there anyone to stop the supervillains anymore in this comic universe out there going forward? It's very meta, where the supervillains always lose.
See, Baron, that's the problem. Ow! You're a bad guy. And bad guys always lose.
Because they use that as a plot point near the end of the film. And how exactly does the Baron, lose while he's wearing the ultimate weapon, an unstoppable super suit? Like, does he just make it so powerful with how evil he is that he just loses control of it? And how come he can't fly back to Earth after, he loses most of his power? Like, is when he's being evil, he's like in his happy place, and that causes the suit to depower when he's thinking about, revenge and stuff. He's like, I'm in my happy place, and then the suit just, leave him and let him die in the vacuum of space. I have to admit, that's kind of a dark edge, but considering the silver lining one of the newscasters brings up, I suppose dark jokes are on the table for this movie.
Silver lining? Today marked the first koala in space. The little one's name is Kiki, and she comes from the zoo right here in Apex City. Good on you, Kiki.
Though there's also, fart references like who cut the cheese.
Hey! What are you doing?
Don't cut the cheese!
I'm so sorry. I was just
Trying to kill me? Yeah, I noticed.
So the jokes, range from, edgy to bodily waste humor. Like, so, Like, the movie's just all over the place, there. I just don't understand why the movie ends with them being, our henchmen on the cover, remaining henchmen. Like, they stopped Baron Blackout. That would make them heroes. Not henchmen. Like, what supervillain would find out, like, oh, you guys stopped Baron Blackout? The guy that destroyed, the Union of Evil, basically. Yeah, like, and you want to be henchmen again, despite the fact you saved the world from a supervillain. Like, what are they doing? I don't get it. Like, they could have just been like, we're now nameless heroes and gone on to get like regular 9-to-5 jobs or something. Because they're like, we're now a weird family, of former henchmen. I could get that, but the way the movie ends, like they're still working for a supervillain of some kind. Who? Because who would hire them? I realize this film wants to, about the background characters you never really think about, in these sorts of situations, but this really isn't the right movie to learn about the secret lives of henchmen, to say the least. Honestly, I think Venture Brothers probably covers that stuff better if you really want to see the secret life of henchmen. This, you may enjoy the ride for this one, or you may hate it. If you enjoy it, more power to you. But if you hate it, I can understand. And if you're curious, maybe watch a few clips on YouTube, assuming there's any clips available, to get a feel and see if you will like it or not based on what you see. It is free on Tubi right now in standard definition, from what I know, at least if you're paying for it, because it's free on my TV, but I had the DVD because I bought it at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Probably $1.33 if you add in tax to the total there, but yeah. I won't say it was the worst $1.33 I ever spent, but I've definitely bought better movies for $1 at the Goodwill that were used, or even brand new movies at the Dollar Tree for $1.33. This is just kind of one of those movies that probably deserves to just mostly fall in the cracks and be forgotten about. At least that's my opinion. It's just too mediocre to be, generally something that's going to leave a strong impression on most people. Until next time, then. See ya.
Follow me, boys.
Yes, I am taking over the world, Mr. President. Oh, no, it's not fake news.
Baron, look!
Why isn't he dead?
Autopilot engaged.
Sir, he's ramming us!
Fool, he will be crushed. Wait.